Brooklyn, middle school. Which middle school are you at?
I'm at Beadle Middle School, and that's over by Millard.
Beadle Middle School, okay. Well, I'm not like a bug expert. Imagine they're not like super fast. You're swimming though, probably pretty fast?
Kind of.
Yeah, okay. So what inspired you? I hear that there's some babysitting going on, some swim lessons. What inspired this?
First, my little sisters, we were looking for swim lessons for them. And we noticed in the swim market there was like some gaps. Yeah. And we wanted to fix that and fill those gaps with our business. So.
Okay. That is very incredible because most often when I'm meeting with entrepreneurs, they're telling me, find a gap, find a niche, find something that isn't there and fill that hole. So that's quite incredible to do that at 13 years old. Entrepreneurship, that kind of runs in the blood?
Kind of. A few of my uncles are entrepreneurs, and my brother is an entrepreneur. So.
Okay. And it sounds like mom kind of helps out with that as well, navigating both pieces of that.
Yeah. She helps. She's like a website person, so she builds websites, and it's been really helpful for that.
Yeah. And I'm a little biased. I happen to think that Brooklyn is one of the best names in the entire world. I named my daughter Brooklyn. So, do you know any other Brooklyns or Brooks?
There's one other Brooklyn in my school, but my dad almost named me Manhattan, so I dodged a huge bullet.
Manhattan. Oh, that is so funny. Our family doctor, he's a friend, Dr. Smith. Hey, Stephen Smith. We go up there and visit, and he's always like, hey, Queens. Hey, Manhattan. Like, calling Brooklyn all kinds of honor names, too. So that's fun. Yeah. So as you are out there working with kids, there's got to be some times where it feels tough, where you feel like you're losing inspiration. How do you keep diving? How do you keep going ahead?
Well, for little kids, when you're teaching us lessons, they have very short attention spans, and especially with new technology and stuff, how they're like on their phones a lot, it's hard for them to stay on task.
Yeah.
So we like have games and toys, and if I tend to lose inspiration, I have a really big family and a lot of siblings, so I just sit at the kitchen table and I just watch the little games my little sisters are playing, and then I think, how can I incorporate that?
Wow. Okay. I know everyone else is seeing this too. All of your ideas, the gaps, watching how can I implement something to make this better. Incredible that you're doing this at 13. Did I hear with Deanne you were talking about bioengineer or?
Biomedical engineering.
Biomedical engineer. Wow. Okay. And is there any family members in that realm or just?
Not that I know of. I have an aunt who's a lawyer.
Okay.
But.
Okay, very neat. All right. And then is there some tips or tricks that you would give to people your age that are considering entrepreneurship?
Well, the world started out with an invention, with a business, and if you don't give your stuff a shot, then the world can't be changed. So it's important that you at least try and give it your all. And then if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, then, yeah.
At least you said that you did. You tried. Yeah, wow, okay. Is there any games or any activities that you enjoy most when you're babysitting?
Well, I like to cook a little bit. And then just any fun games like tag, reading books to them, or, it's focusing mainly on what the kid wants to do. So.
Yeah, okay. So I remember back in the day when I was a teenager and I was babysitting and, just trying to just be a little bit different than everybody else. Is there something that sets you apart from the neighbor down the block that's babysitting?
Well, really, so I have a kid kit and I bring stuff for the kid, but it's also important to know that when you're taking care of a kid or teaching a kid or whatever you're doing, and you're a new person, you need to understand that they're shy and sometimes they're a little afraid, and it's important to come out with a smile and just being happy.
Yeah, yeah. And did I hear you say about a kit? So you've just created a kit that you take for each?
It's like a little box with notebooks, toys, stickers.
Oh, how cool. Very unique. Huh. Yeah, that sets you apart, definitely. Wow, okay. Is there a subject in school right now that you're just gung-ho about, that you're ready to just ace?
Well, I'm in honors geometry, and it's
Okay.
kind of challenging, but I'm almost done with it, so.
Wow, honors geometry in middle school. Wow, incredible, Brooklyn. Tell me, please, do you have if you could have one superpower, any superpower, what would you choose?
I choose teleportation because you can just go anywhere at any time.
Okay. Yeah, maybe just zip off to a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you enjoy swimming in the ocean? Have you done that before?
Yeah, I love swimming in the ocean, but my favorite part is you go out really far where you can't touch, and you're just floating, and you just feel the waves come over and you bounce with them.
Wow. Wow. You know, I grew up in a really small town, and so our nearest swimming pool was 30 minutes away. So until you drive, good luck getting to the pool. So not a super strong swimmer, more of like the doggy paddle type thing. What type of tips would you give to someone that's not a great swimmer, who's maybe too shy to ask somebody to help them?
I think there's a lot of videos online, but it's always better to have in person. So if they know someone who can swim, maybe just a little bit, that'll help.
Yeah.
But if they don't know anybody, just go into like a shallow end, take deep breaths, like focus on getting your face underwater and just float.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm very thankful. Small town, you know. A lot of times they would say sink or swim. Maybe people have heard of that too. You know, you just get thrown into the water and hope it works out.
My swim lessons, the first I went, it was called the Pounds, which is kind of weird. But in California, it was this big pool, and they'd take kids and they just throw them in, and then see who had talent, and then they'd pick us out of the water after like 30 seconds. But
Wow, sink or swim idea. Huh, okay. Something else that I have heard throughout time talking to different people is some of like the lifeguards, they have to swim down to the bottom of the pool and like grab like a heavy weight or something. Is that something that you're able to do? Is that a challenge?
So I actually am not old enough to do lifeguard training.
Okay.
But both of my older brothers are lifeguards.
Okay.
So what they learned, they just pass down to all the younger.
So you were already one step ahead. Yeah. I love that. Well, thank you so much for stepping in and sharing your story with us. I'm certain that you're going to inspire a large group of people that may be thinking like you're thinking, but just don't quite know how to get started. Sounds like just be brave and give it a go.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much, Brooklyn. Hope that you have a good day at school. Tell everybody the Entrepreneurial story says hello, and if any of your peers have something that they're interested in sharing, if they're creating something, they're doing artistry, we love to have them.
Sounds awesome.
Thank you so much, and hopefully I get a chance to chat with your mom a bit. She's done a stellar job, and ready to hear where this all, the fountain that it all came from. Thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to be a guest on the episodes that we have here, click on the link below. If you would like to see your name, if you'd like to sponsor, help partner with us to highlight some of the incredible stories that are happening right here in Omaha and surrounding areas, reach out to Glenn, myself, the links below. Love to partner with you. Thank you so much for your time, and look forward to visiting with you next time. Bye for now.